over the weekend, I was at a trade show. I was at a gun show. How awesome is that? Gun shows are fantastic. They're a great place to meet other like-minded people, and I was doing what I do at gun shows as of the last few years. I set up a booth, I sell books, sell some personalized copies, and it gives me a chance to meet people who I wouldn't otherwise necessarily get a chance to meet. But anyway, while I'm at the show, I saw something on a dealer's table across the aisle from me that caught my eye, and I just couldn't resist. I had to pick one up. Didn't know why, didn't know exactly how it worked, but I thought I wanted to have one. And after coming out to the range and spending a few minutes with one, I think you might like to have one too. So what I stumbled across was the Vulcan Thunder 5 distraction device. Now, this is not something that's new, it's just new to me. And I thought that if it were new to me, it might be new to a few of you too, and I'd like to share it. I've used distraction devices for several years. We used to be a distributor and a law enforcement chemical aerosol instructor, as well as a few other things for a few large defense companies. And distraction devices, or flashbangs, or whatever you might call them, they're pretty cool, and they have an important purpose, but they're typically expensive. There's a lot of paperwork involved with them, and there are also some inherent risks in using them. The distraction devices that we used to deal with were very, very loud, which is kind of the point of it, the distraction, the audio part. They were very, very bright, the visual distraction part, and they caught things on fire. They were very hot. With these particular ones, evidently they're manufactured and distributed with the airsoft industry in mind. So they have a reasonable facsimile of something that makes noise to create a distraction. Now with these, it's not high explosives that we use for the charge. It is just a common 12-gram CO2 cylinder, like we use for all kinds of other things. The way it gives us this noise is the CO2 cylinder slides into this metal sleeve and it's capped off. A plastic body, a very hard, rigid, thick plastic body, is threaded over the sleeve. Now a firing pin hits the cylinder when you pull the pin and release the spoon, and you throw it, the firing pin hits the cylinder and it starts that gas coming out. That gas starts seeping through this metal sleeve into the plastic cylinder. When this cylinder is full and it gets to the point that it can't contain it anymore, that's the massive expulsion of gas that you're hearing. That's the bang that you're hearing. And I gotta tell you, I was prepared to be underwhelmed with these things. I thought they were just a toy. I had absolutely no idea what I was looking at, but it made my ears ring. And I started doing some research. These things are good for around 130 decibels, which is pretty proper, especially given the lack of all of the concerns that we have with other normal flashbangs or distraction devices. So I think you get the idea. Let's go over how to load this thing and how to utilize it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to arm the striker. We're going to get the firing pin ready to be able to pierce the container. And you'll notice there's no container in here. You want it to be empty at this point in case you should slip and drop the pin. That's not a good thing. They made it very easy to do this. The hammer is lifted up. It's under a lot of tension, but it's not difficult to lift. Once it's held back, you insert the pin and hold it back. So the hammer is held back now. You don't have to hold the pressure. The pin's doing all that. At that point, you drop what would typically be the spoon down over it, keeping pressure on it. You remove the pin, and it's held captive by this. Then you replace the pin. So now it's armed, this portion of it, and it's ready to go. We can place a safety cap onto the pin, and at this point, being cautious not to disturb the pin for obvious reasons, we can insert a brand new CO2 cylinder into the tube and thread the base on. And that's going to encapsulate that. Then we thread a body over that system. And hand tight is all you're going to want to do with all of these parts. After that, when you're ready to fire it, you can pull this red safety piece off, pull your pin, let go of your spoon when you throw, and we're ready to go. That's awesome. Let's put some of these downrange. Let's see if we can capture them on video a little bit closer up, and let's see if they do anything exciting that we don't see when everything is in real time or from far away. So that's interesting, looking at them close up and all like that. But to me, the coolest thing about throwing a grenade is throwing the grenade. That's what it's all about. So I'm thinking you get the idea at this point, and you're one of two people. You either are thinking to yourself, I can't believe I wasted so much time watching this, or you're thinking, damn, I hope he tells us where to buy those because those look fun. They are fun. I've got a mess left over. I'm going to clean it up, and I have to find where to purchase them myself because I have a 14-year-old son, and I have to explain to him how I just ruined almost every single one of the things that I bought so we could enjoy them together. So that's my mission this afternoon. Edit this video, get it up online, find out where to replace these things. So I hope you enjoyed this small departure from normal, and I hope it makes you smile as much as it does me. If you did, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe, subscribe to the channel if you don't already, both here and over on Full 30. Make sure you click notify or opt into our mailings, and that way you'll be notified whenever we do upload something. Check us out over on Patreon, where we've got some fun projects going on. And don't forget to visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/guntestvids, where we have conversation about this stuff going on every single day. Till next time, have fun and be safe. I think you might enjoy them too. I don't know what to do when they don't go bang. Oh, I forgot to load it, dummy. That would help. You have to load them if you want them to go bang.